Greater than the ballroom shimmered with chandeliers and laughter. But in one quiet corner, a little girl sat alone, rocking slightly, clutching her stuffed rabbit. No one noticed her, not even her father, the mighty CEO whose every guest it wanted to please. That's when the new maid, a young woman in a simple black uniform, walked up to her and whispered softly, "Would you a broken bar like to dance with me?" The music didn't stop, but the room did, and in that moment a maid changed a billionaire's heart forever. Still a Chapter 1 at the Silent Mansion. When Anna arrived at the Kingston estate, she didn't expect silence to be so loud. Every corner of the mansion gleamed marble floors, grand staircases, portraits that seemed to watch. But beneath the luxury, there was something missing. Laughter, warmth, family. She had just been hired as a temporary maid. Her hands were still rough from cleaning smaller homes, her shoes old and scuffed. The head butler had only said one thing before leading her to her quarters: greater than "Do not disturb the young miss. Mr. Kingston doesn't like that." Anna had nodded, though curiosity stirred. The young miss sounded like a ghost everyone avoided. It wasn't until her third day that she saw her, in the garden behind the mansion. Under the soft light of morning, a little girl in a pale blue dress sat cross-legged in the grass, humming to herself. Her name was Lily, 8 years old, delicate as porcelain, her eyes drifting from flower to flower, never meeting anyone's gaze. Anna noticed how the gardeners passed her without a word. The nannies whispered and left trays of untouched food near her side. She seemed alone in a world that didn't see her. That evening, Anna overheard the maids talking. Greater than "She's the CEO's daughter. Poor thing. Autistic, they say. Doesn't talk much. Mr. Kingston doesn't like anyone making a fuss. Says love can't fix what's broken." Anna's heart ached. Broken? She didn't see a broken child. She saw a lonely one. The next morning, Anna carried a tray of breakfast outside. Lily sat there again, staring at her reflection in the pond. Anna placed the tray gently beside her. "Hi, sweetheart, I brought pancakes." No answer. Lily just tapped her finger rhythmically on her stuffed rabbit's ear. Anna smiled. "You like rhythm, huh?" "I like that too." She began tapping softly on the tray, same pattern. Tap tap, pause, tap. Lily stopped, looked at her. For the first time, their eyes met, just a flicker, but real. Anna didn't push. She simply whispered, "Greater than you're safe with me." From that day on, she noticed Lily following her around quietly, peeking from behind pillars, watching her fold laundry, watching her hum tunes as she worked. Slowly, a fragile bond began to grow. But not everyone liked it. One afternoon, Mr. Kingston, tall, cold, always on the phone, caught sight of Anna kneeling beside his daughter, showing her how to braid flowers into a crown. His tone sliced through the garden. "Greater than Miss Anna, I hired you to clean, not to waste time." Anna rose immediately, embarrassed. "Sir, she was just a greater than. She doesn't need your pity," he snapped. "Just do your job." Lily flinched at his voice. Anna saw her small hands tighten around the rabbit. That night, Anna cried quietly in her room. She didn't understand how a father could be so distant from a child so gentle. But she also knew behind every wall of anger, there was pain. She just didn't know yet what his pain was. Section Chapter 2 Dance With Me. A week later came Mr. Kingston's annual charity ball, a grand event where the richest faces of the city gathered in glitter and pride. Anna was assigned to serve drinks, blending into the background as chandeliers sparkled overhead and violins played softly. And then, she saw her, Lily, sitting alone on a chair in the corner. No one spoke to her. Guests pretended not to notice. A few even whispered, "Greater than that's his daughter, right? Such a shame, a broken bar." Anna's heart squeezed. The little girl's eyes were fixed on the dancers, at the graceful twirls, the laughter, the applause. She stood up slowly and walked to Lily's corner, ignoring the stares. Kneeling before her, she smiled gently and held out her hand. "Greater than, would you a broken bar like to dance with me?" The room fell still. Someone gasped. The CEO's maid, dancing with his daughter? Lily hesitated, then, with trembling fingers, she reached out. Anna took her hand. Together they stepped into the center of the ballroom. No rhythm, no perfection, just honesty. Anna hummed softly, and Lily followed her movement, giggling once, softly, for the first time anyone could remember. It wasn't a dance, it was freedom. And then, something broke inside Daniel Kingston. He had been watching a frozen from the corner of the hall, watching his daughter smile, a sound he hadn't heard since his wife's death 3 years ago. He walked forward slowly, the crowd parting around him. Anna stopped immediately, bowing her head in fear. "I'm sorry, sir, I just…" He didn't answer. Instead, he knelt in front of Lily, his voice trembling. "Greater than May a broken bar dance too?" For the first time, Lily looked up at him and whispered, "Greater than okay, Daddy." Tears fell. Applause filled the hall, not because of wealth, but because love had finally spoken where words never could. That night, after everyone left, Daniel found Anna on the terrace. "Greater than you reminded me what I forgot," he said quietly, "that my daughter isn't broken. She's just a broken bar, different, beautifully different." Anna smiled through tears. She just needed someone to see her. "Sir." He nodded, his voice cracking. "We both did." From that day, Anna wasn't just a maid, she became Lily's caregiver, teacher, and the reason laughter returned to the Kingston home. At the middle. Closing message. Greater than sometimes, love doesn't need to speak, it just needs to listen. And sometimes, the ones who have the least a broken bar end up giving the most.